Hello and welcome to a brand new video. I've got something very special for you guys today. Invincibility in old school RuneScape. Sounds a little bit broken, I know. So invincibility is being too powerful to defeat or overcome, but we're actually going to be looking at the gaming definition, being immune to damage. I have found a way to make myself immune to damage in old school RuneScape for over 2 seconds. You heard me right, 2 seconds of invincibility. Now what could you do if you were invincible in old school RuneScape for 2 seconds? You're probably thinking nothing, because 2 seconds is quite a small space of time, but a lot can change in 2 seconds. Let me give you an example. You could be out claw rushing with all the boys in the CC after a trip at the Nightmare of Ashihama. You get attacked by 4 people and you completely forget that you had protect item turned off. Then you delay the damage all 4 of these people are putting in to you for 2 seconds at very low HP and gives you long enough to put on protect item. You will never see anybody ever in old school RuneScape closer to losing a set of dragon claws than this clip. Have a look at that again. I'm getting completely destroyed by a load of people without protect item on. I drop these 2 items that delays all damage and then I put protect item on. I am dead if it wasn't for that delay, and it just saved me 60 mil, so 2 seconds is pretty strong. But we aren't using that delay in this video. We're actually going to be using a different delay I found. That just got me thinking, what delays are in the game and would they be useful? I actually found a delay attached to the World Hopper that I did not know existed. I've been using the World Hopper for quite a long time. It came into the game December 2018, so it's been about for a while, but I've never heard anybody talk about this delay. Basically, when you hop into a world, you're immune to damage for 0.6 seconds, 1 game tick. It's not quite 2 seconds, but when you take everybody else, their like attack speed and their reaction time and all that into account, when you hop into a world you will never get attacked or receive damage within the first 2 seconds. Now you're probably thinking, Bekt, this is the most useless information you've ever given us. What can anybody do in 2 seconds? Well, here's what I'm going to do with my 2 seconds. I'm going to head out to the Rev Caves at 1 HP and start one-shotting people. Now, this is probably the worst idea I've ever had. I'm probably going to lose loads of sets of DH doing this, but it's also going to be the funniest thing ever, so it's going to be great content for you guys. So basically, I cannot loot. I have to slap people and then quick hop to the next world pretty much instantly. So we're not going to make any profit. All we're going to do is annoy a load of gold farmers, but I'm okay with that. I think it's kind of worth it. And yeah, we're going to have some fun anyway. Let's head out to the Rev Caves and start one-banging people. Firstly, it works perfectly. You hop into a world, you one-slap somebody, and then you hop to the next, and it's just pretty awesome. I've edited all these clips into like increasing numbers. Does that make sense? Yeah, we start at 1 and we're going to work up and see how high it goes. All you do is hop into a world, slap somebody close to you, and then head to the next one. And they can't do anything about it. They don't even know you're there most of the time, and as it goes on, you'll see it's pretty strong. Like, so I've put it up from 1, we're already hit 19s, there's a 21, 23, and DH's max is pretty high. There's 27, but it just keeps going and going and going. There's a 31. I'm maxed out and my gear here isn't the best. I'm wearing like rune gloves, climbing boots, all that kind of stuff. I could even upgrade the glory for strength on me for a couple higher maxes. But full DH in the max strength gear is like 90 plus. I think you can actually hit 99s with full DH. So you can one-shot anybody in the game. And as you've seen in my last video, people at the Rev Caves aren't even on full HP. So this here is the potential to just one-shot everybody at the Rev Caves, which is pretty cool. And if you had an actual like DH account, you know, an account with 70 defense who could hit the lower dudes, you'd just be one-shotting them every single time. Now, the odd time, if you're a bit greedy and hang about or don't hit the button, you will get killed. Or you'll die the odd time to recoils. Some of the boys wear recoils. They're not the rev killers, they're the actual rev protectors, so you could just pass on the recoils by not attacking the wrong people. But if a recoil kills you, it's neutral damage, so you don't even lose the DH set. You just run back and pick it up from the grave. As you can see there, he was a rev PKer. He like killed me with the recoil. I could just run back, get my DH set back, which was pretty cool. There's a couple of 76s. There's my first one bang. 76, the dude's dead. There was nobody out this time, so I did manage to pick up the loot. I wasn't expecting to get any profit from this video, and I do actually die a few times with the DH sets by being greedy and just having a bit of fun. But there's 600k profit, which is not bad at all. If you had like a looting account, you could probably organize it so you could pick up all the loot, which would be pretty awesome, because you could get a lot of loot doing this. But what I think would be better if you're able to organise it is to get a few friends with Elder Mauls and just hop around and hit people with Elder Mauls. If you had 3 Elder Mauls, you could sit at full HP and do this with no risk, because then you've just able to protect the Elder Maul, you know. But this is just awesome. I was slapping people for 80s flat out. A load of them actually lived when I hit them for 80s, but a lot of them did not. When you get hit for an 80, you're pretty much wrecked. If it was lower HP, it'd definitely wreck them, but 80 isn't even close to the max with this gear. I did die a few times. I noticed that if somebody casts a spell on you, he actually killed me with TB. I didn't even know TB does damage, but yeah, if they cast a spell, it hits you instantly almost, which is quite cool. Or not cool, it's just good to know, I suppose. Hit that dude for an 82 and he still had loads of HP left. Not sure what was going on there. Here's another one bang. This boy had the wrong prayer up, and that's no good when you're against full DH. There's a wee 84. Here's another 84. Just one slapping everybody at the Rev Caves. I think Elder Maul will be the way to go, because then you don't have to sit at 1 HP. Sitting at 1 HP is a bit of a disadvantage. If you like stay about, you're probably going to die. So I think I will try this with an Elder Maul, but just for this video I thought, let's go out in style. Upgraded the amulet, upgraded the boots, and upgraded the gloves. So now we have a much higher max hit, but we do risk 2.4 mil. We did die a few times earlier on. I've not put the clips in yet. I'll put the bloopers at the end of this, but yeah, upgraded the gear. Let's see how this DH can go. There's my first hit back. It degraded all of my DH, but it hit an 88. Just one slap the dude. I would only hopped into that world like 2 seconds before, so he will have no idea what happened there. He could have just looked away from the screen and looked back and he's completely dead. This does more damage than claws. It does more damage than anything. I think DH is the highest damage you can do in one hit. Here I got greedy. There was loads of loot on the floor and I thought, oh, maybe I'll be able to pick it up and get away. But unfortunately I got TB'd and I didn't really bring enough food with me. But that's fine. We made so much of the Rev Caves last week that we're not too worried about losing 1 or 2 DH sets testing this out. I'm going to show you a full clip here just so you can see how quickly you're hitting different worlds. This account is by no means perfect for this here method. If you had a max DHer, you can make so much money. That first dude in this world was sitting at 57 HP. Like, a max DHer would just one-shot him. I'm too high combat, I can't really attack a lot of these dudes. There's another dude sitting at 67, like, you'd easily deal with that on a max DHer. You want to be about the 100 combat mark, or maybe 105 would be fine. I'm not sure what a max DHer gets to, but this account is too high for it. There's so many people here in crossbows, so they're probably risking, you know, 400k plus, maybe 500, 600, maybe up to a mil actually, because I got a PK earlier out here that was 1.6 mil, but it's just so fast. You could get probably a couple of kills per minute, so you're chatting like over 100 kills per hour if you have the right account, and if you're just hopping around hitting somebody every few seconds. You'd probably clear out all the worlds in one spot at the Rev Caves pretty quick, and there is only a few spots in the Rev Caves you can do this at, because if you hop into a world where Reverend can actually attack you, they can hit you after like 1.2 seconds, so it just won't give you as much time to like pick a target, click on that target and deal the damage and hop out of worlds before you get into combat, because if you're in combat you can no longer use the quick hop button, or it doesn't work. It just says you're in combat, you can't quick hop. So yeah, you need to be fast, you need to be out of combat, and you just need to one slap somebody. Auto retaliate, this is quite a weird one. If you're in a high ping world, like I get 390 ping if I hop into an Aussie world, then auto retaliate kicks in before it registers my quick hop. So I did die a few times hopping around Aussie worlds and US worlds actually with 150 ping. So keep that in mind. If you are hopping around servers that aren't your own and you've got really high ping, it'll delay your interactions a wee bit and you might die if you're full DHing. You can set the quick hopper to only hop around your own servers. Another one that killed me, which is really annoying, if you try to quick hop into world 318 or whatever the bounty hunter world is, the target world, it gives you a warning before you hop into that world saying you're about to hop into a target world, you know, and that killed me once. I went to attack somebody, got into combat with that person and already clicked quick hop, but that wee warning saying you're about to hop into a bounty world killed me. This one here was hilarious. I clicked on her, didn't click the button fast enough, and I don't know why I wasn't wearing a glory either. I died, right, but she teleported out at the exact same time, so I put on my claws and headed back out, but she actually didn't come out quick enough. I don't know if she teleported away from a bank, or maybe she doesn't have Rev Cave teleports because it took her a bit longer to get here, but not long enough to be like lava maze or something, because there she is coming. I was thinking bring out claws and kill her before she gets the DH, you know, but she didn't make it back in time. So we managed to pick up all of her other DH items, which is pretty cool. There's probably some potential to use this away from the Rev Caves. I'm just going to leave you at the Rev Caves. This last clip, a bit of a highlight where I got one shot by a Rev, just not paying attention. If you're sitting at 1 HP you'll probably die, but you can just run back and pick up your stuff, so that's fine. So quick summary of this method: if you want to make profit by yourself, it's terrible, but if you have a looting account, it could be crazy because you can hop both them into every world and you can kill a lot of people per hour with this method. So you'd need 2 accounts if you want to make loads of money. This method with Elder Mauls will be awesome, but if you want to make solid profit at the Rev Caves by yourself, I'm still going to have to say Dragon Claws are the way to go. Made like 60 mil plus last week by the time I finished. It is much harder this week. I don't know if it's because there's been a load of videos about it and now loads more people are rushing at the Rev Caves. Actually, I have one where I rushed a dude and another dude rushed the same person at the exact same time from a different angle, which was really funny. Here's the clip of it on the screen. But yeah, if you want to make profit, I'd go Dragon Claws unless you have a looting account, then try some DH if you want. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm definitely going to be revisiting this method. I think what I'll do is try it at all of the lure spots in the wild, you know, like Vetion, Callisto, Venenatus. I don't know if Venenatus would work actually because its lure spot is right beside the spider and the spider might just kill you. But definitely for Vetion and for Callisto it could be pretty cool. You just hop in, one bang the person. You don't need to worry about PKers and all if you do it that way. So yeah, we'll try that maybe. Next video coming your way is a Borrows only one and that'll be out very soon. Just need to edit all the clips. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.